The Qs hit my 360.66. In fact, intraday, we hit 360 even. We have a gorgeous rollover here in play, but this is the 100. So it's kind of toying with the 100-day and that trend line. I still think it's going to go lower. But this is what we got right now. Pre-market, we got 355, 358, 73 support, and then below that, you got a nice $2 drop. Okay, so if we get some movement here today in breaking this trend line in the Qs, right, I would not be surprised at all if we tag this 357.50 area. That would be really stunning. Otherwise, we could have a day of chop. It's Friday options expiration, but I'm definitely looking for this trend line to break. And as far as SPX is concerned, because we've already done the deed, if you will, of breaking down with the Qs. So 355 is really not hard to imagine. And then SPX, we've already broken the 32.68. So the SPX 42.68.50. We almost hit it yesterday. I think we can cascade lower by about $20, 42.40. Wouldn't surprise me. Way outside the expected move, I know, but that's what I see. 42.40 would not surprise me. If we don't get supported and turn now, 42.62 area, I can definitely see 42.40. The only thing I'm looking for right now is this support to break. In other words, that 325 intraday, if that provides any support. Otherwise, I think we're just going to flush down to 42.40. I don't think it's going to last. We already hit, we already hit, what the heck? There's two. There it is. My 357.50 for the day. I think we can go for 355. 355 is next price target for the Qs. And I've already mentioned QQQ. Very, very nice. We tagged 357.50. And then I said, okay, let's go for 355 because it would not surprise me if we go there today. I also already gave SPX. Here's the next little bounce, right? So 42.18 is what I'm looking for next. This is hitting, hasn't fallen. This is absolutely, remember I said if we break 42.60, we're going to hit 42.40. Would not surprise me one bit. Now let's see if we get any kind of, what do you call it? Stay of execution here with Europe closed, but this is a gorgeous rollover. Let's see what I got here. 42.47 is an area of support. We overshot it to 42.41.50, 42.41 perfectly, 50 week. All right, so are we done for today? Remember, we still have the 200-day right below it. We could have a little overshoot to the 200-day, which happens to be 42.33. I'm literally biting my nails because I think this is going to pick up speed to the downside. But this SPX deal, I had 42, 44, and it's having a little bit of a 42.41. I said it could lose another, if it breaks 42.60, it could lose 20 points very quickly. It did. Now I'm trying to see if I see any buying in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days straight red. We have closed on the lows every single, I bet we're going to close on lows today. In fact, I think we're going to take out 42.41 and head down to 42.18. I don't see any buying yet. Like this is a level where I would expect a bounce, right? I mean, I just called that we're going to break that. We're going to head down 20 points. We should bounce here. I see no buying. Usually you got some kind of like, buy the dip kind of thing. I don't see it yet. I think we're just going to flush right back down to 42.32. This is weakening, right? Dollar and yield ratio is weakening, which typically would imply some strength there in some buying. I see nothing yet. So that's why I'm a little suspect. We're down 0.83 in the SPY. You know how that weird little formula works in my head. If we hit 0.65 and we stay below it, in other words, that's where we bounce usually. We had like what, 10 minutes? We had like maybe 10 minutes. Okay. Well, if we break 0.65 and stay below it, we're now at 0.84. Usually we go to 1.5, even if for a New York minute, and then we bounce right back reflexively. Okay, so remember I showed you the Tesla concentration at the 202.50. Okay, hold on to your hats. 355 is coming in fast, 355. And as far as SPX, it's not. We had an itty bitty little bounce of maybe 10 minutes. I don't even know if we had 10 minutes. That was at 9. We didn't even have 10 minutes. All right. Anyway, 240 has just broken, right? We're heading down to 42.18. I am seeing the flush I talked about. I'm seeing SPY going to hit that 42.18 high probability. I think we could have another 2 hours of playing with that 200-day, tagging that 42.18, and then that's kind of opening up the Bollinger Bands again. Definitely bearish engulfing on a weekly. Qs have the most to catch down. Beautiful. 355 in play. Okay, so intraday support. We got a little bit of support here at 356. I can always find something on the weekly. I still think 355 is much better. Qs are approaching my 355.18. Holy smokes, you're printing if you're long in gold. So this is fascinating to me. This is the first time I've seen this, where the market is clearly, right, not flash crashing, but flushing, right? I was very, before we started flushing, what did I keep saying? It wants to flush so badly. The market wants to flush so badly. So now it's flushing. They're either going to rotate into bonds or they're just going to sell that stuff. But right now, there isn't slow down the selling as we hit the 200-day. Didn't help Tesla too much, but that's exactly what we're having right now. It's a little bit of a little shimmy here. Look at the green. Now that's what I've been looking for. We needed to have apparently a flush down to the 200-day. So the 200-day is 42.33. Yeah, it's still a really ugly candle. Anyway you shake it, that's just still a really ugly candle. So the bulls absolutely are on their back right now. They had a chance to make this go up, and it did a complete 180 and engulfed. Look at all the weeks it engulfed. Wasted a whole bunch of time. But this is 200-day tag, and of course, we're having a little quote-unquote stabilization. So we didn't quite make it through the 200 to overshoot down to 42.1870. But the day is young. It's only 11. Europe close and all that.